Hello everyone and welcome you all to our YouTube channel HR Studio Talent Talks. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so that you never miss an update from our site. And thank you for joining us. If you like our content, please please help us with your feedback in the comment box and to share the more and more this video among your friend circle and wherever you can spread this message, so that will help us to make that will help us to improve the content of the video, and I'll just make sure that whatever content we are showing that will improve the quality and skill day by day. So today's agenda is HR topics. HR, so we are just covering only two topics. What is HR and what are of HR. So now just we'll talk about the what is HR. So HR is a part of the organization that focuses managing employees. They help with hiring new employees, making sure that every employee is treated fairly, supporting employees with their queries. If they are having any query, then yes, of course HR is the right person to solve it on the first point of contact. Okay. And the uh, and and we are also helping to grow them in their jobs and in their career. HR also takes care of few things like salaries, benefits, and the workforce rules, implementing the policies, everything. The HR is only right person to implement all the policies. So we just think as a team, and that makes sure the company and its employees, work well together in good working environment. In short, HR helps a company to run very smoothly by taking care of their employees. So basically, I can say just HR is the backbone of any organization. Okay. Further, what are the main key roles or key functions of HR team? So HR has various departments. We'll talk about the key functions of HR one by one. So now begin with the recruitment. What is recruitment and staffing? Okay, so recruitment is what the basic job they do. They are just they are just understanding the job needs from the business side. Whomsoever any candidate is required in their team, then they are posting the job openings on the job boards, on social media platform, or on the I can say the company referral policy. And after that they are reviewing the job applications, whatever resumes they are receiving from all across job portals or from the employee referral. Okay, so after reviewing the application, they are screening and they are scheduling the interviews with the concerned person whom that candidate is required for their team member. And they are just making sure that candidates skill should be fluent. And after selecting the candidates, they are taking the follow-ups from the business team or from the concerned team so that they can update to the candidate and they can release the offer letter. So second is HR operations. What HR operations does. So like in every organization, they have their HR department. So HR, like whenever we say what is difference between recruitment and the HR operations. So sometimes organization have HR come admin profile. Sometimes they have the HR only, or sometimes they are having the HR and admin both different roles, but in the HR they are having multiple functions as well. So it totally depends on the organizations and their structure as well. So HR operation basically they do they do the data management, reporting, and they are also doing the analytical skills on based on the data. They are integrating the systems with any additional information required, or wherever they can streamline the process, so they are helping them out. Then HR operation team is also supporting the I can say the process automation. They are doing the documentation and they are onboarding the candidates as a new joiner. And in case any employee is having any query, then of course they will reach out to the HR operations team. So now moving further with uh, L&D. L&D, sometimes they say the training and development, sometimes so few organization they just call as L&D. Okay, so what is learning and development? That is L&D actually. So they just identify the training needs, whom it is required, on what parameters they need, like where they have to improve. So they are designing the training programs, organizing the sessions to improve the skills and enhancement of the employee. Okay, and they are developing the learning materials wherever they are having the learning platforms, onboarding the training modules, new based on the like market trends and market requirement. They are adding more and more learning modules. Then the leadership development, they are doing monitoring the training effectiveness, how many hours any employee has completed, and what should be the overall target about the organization. They all are taking care of the L&D. E-learning implementation, of course they are having, like a few organizations have the few platforms. Some organization may have about the skills, about the I can say the LinkedIn, or I can say the language skill improvement and all. So they are working on that, and that is the actually basic job what learning and development team does. Now moving with the HRBP. So what HR business partner? So sometimes few organization just mention HRBP, that is HR business partner, or sometimes they say HRER, means employee relation. So in manufacturing organization, we just call as ER, that is employee relation, because there we have the union employee means, so I can say the trade union. Okay, where the union involvement is, then those companies actually basically in typical term they just say as a ER. Okay, so what HRBP? So mostly service and IT industry they just mention HRBP. HRBP, they just doing the strategic planning to improve the performance of the organization, to improve the growth, and to of course to maintain the healthy working environment in the organization. So they are doing the performance management, of course that is the most important thing actually. Okay, so now moving further with change management. What is change management? So HR business partner is identifying the change requirement in the business, in the organization. Based on the requirement they are doing that. Then we HR business partner also does the development program. They just organize it development program. Sometimes they say IDP, individual development program. Then conflict resolution, policy implementation, and the exit interviews for separation. So further we'll move into CNB, that is most important uh, like key function of the HR department again. So compensation benefit team, they just make the strategy for the compensation. They do the data analysis and they make the reports, or like we can say the dashboards as well. So they also make sure that every employee is paid fairly based on the skills, based on the experience. So they do the market analysis as well. So whatever in the market it is going, so they just try to keep all the updated details within the organization, so that every employee is paid fairly. Okay, then stock options. Stock options, what exactly stock options is, whenever like you are completing at around 5 years, 10 years, so sometimes company is giving the ESOP, that is called actually employee stock options. Or sometimes like a company just release the stock options to all the employees where they can purchase. So that is actually main part of CNB team what they are taking care of. Now we can move further with payroll. Payroll again is a key function where like with the name of payroll only we can understand what exactly they do. So they just give the bread and butter of the employee in the organization actually. So they in short, in a funny mode I can just say, they are taking care, or like they are caretaker of any employee in the organization to survive. So like they are processing the salary, they are also doing the income tax computation, they are filing the income tax return with the help of finance team. Okay, and employees queries, whatever the subjective query they are getting, they are just resolving it. Then employees records, they are keeping it, and for the auditing purpose also they are the right person to make the records and bookkeeping of every employee for attendance, leave, everything they are taking care of. And whenever audit happens, whether it's internally or externally, so at that time they just do it, and they just provide all the proof copies to the auditor. And they also do the payroll and compliances as well, compliances of all the employees. So that is all about the HR function and what is HR. So I just tried to keep all the pointers in a simple manner, in a very easy language. I hope you would like this video. In case any observation, any suggestion, feedback you have, you can just mention in the comment box, and we will ensure that whenever we are releasing our upcoming like further videos, will improve the content. Thank you, and please subscribe the YouTube channel and hit the icon on the bell.